Hey, it's Dana, and we're going to jump right into things. What you're seeing here is me creating my templates for the design that I'm putting on top of the nails. I've laminated pieces of paper and then I numbered them so that I could keep them straight for each nail. So I'm just going in here and I'm tracing some lines on there to create the design shape that I wanted. And we're going to start with these little triangles. So what I did was I added some chrome powder to builder gel so that I could create iridescence into this design. So now I'm going to take these three gel polish colors and I'm going to just outline each triangle, giving them a little bit of a cure before I add the builder gel to them. So now let's add our builder gel to each one. And after a couple lines, I used my flash cure light just so that everything stayed in place. And you want to use a pretty good amount of builder gel. I think I actually did 2 coats on the top, and then once I took it off of the form, I did another couple coats on the bottom, but we're going to skip that part so we're not redundant. So then once I was finished and happy with it, I took out my e-file and I used a detail bit to really get in there, and then I hand filed the outside edges and the top and the bottom to even everything out. After that, it was pretty matte, so I wanted to get that brilliance back and see that iridescence pop. So I top coated each one with a no wipe top coat. That is so gorgeous. It almost glows. Don't forget to get the inside and the outer edges that you created. So now we're going to move on to the larger piece of our design, and we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to take the colors that we want, and we're going to go ahead and just outline them and then start to add our builder gel again. We want these to be structurally sound, so we're going to add quite a bit, and we're probably going to do about 2 coats of that builder gel. And as you can see, I'm still hand curing with my flash cure light after a couple swipes. I'm adding the second coat of builder gel to the back of that design. And then we're going to go through the same step again as we did for the little triangles. We're going to get our detail bit out, and as carefully as possible, we're going to thin everything down and we're going to sharpen everything up to get those really prismatic triangular shapes. And the same thing, even out the tops and the bottoms, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to top coat it to get that brilliance back. Each nail will have pieces that are in different colors as well, but as you can see here, they're all different colors. They're so much fun. Now we're going to design the top of the nail. So I wanted to do an ombre look, but I wanted it to be a little bit more linear. I wanted there to be lines. I didn't want it to be as meshed as a normal ombre, but I still wanted it to look pretty. The lines, I thought, made it look like there was this light coming through a prism, and those were the lines shining onto the nail. We're going to matte top coat this because we're going to be hand painting on this nail. So we wanted to make sure that our polish stayed in place and didn't move. We're also using a black gel paint that's a little bit thicker in viscosity, and it's also more pigmented, so it's easier to work with. And we want to put our dots from corner to corner. And you're just going to eyeball the side ones that are just like half there or not there. You just want to be careful not to add too many. You can always add some in, but it's harder to take them off. So we're just going to connect the dots. And as you can see here, we're just kind of going from right to left. Right curved line, left curved line. When you're done doing all of your lines, you're going to go ahead and you're going to do it the opposite way. So you're going to make the lines go in towards each other instead of outward. My tip is to take your brush and go from side to middle, side to middle. Now we're going to kick it up a notch and we're going to add some shading. You're going to act like you're one-stroke painting. So you're going to take your black gel paint and your top coat, you're going to mix it together, and then you're just going to line it up with where you would see shadows on this design, and it really makes it pop. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the opposite, and we're going to use our white gel paint and we're going to highlight this design, which also makes it pop even more off the nail. As you can see, I have 2 different ones here and they look completely different. One's highlighted, one's not. To add the texture to my nail, I'm using the same builder gel that I used on the triangles to build up just a piece of this design so that it looks like it's 3D and it's really popping off the nail. I carefully top coat, and then we're onto the bottom design. I'm doing another ombre effect, but I'm meshing these colors in a little bit more. And along with these colors, since there's supposed to be movement, I added some cat eye gel. So I don't really know what you call this design, but I know that it's really hard to do. I threw away so many nails doing this design, I can't even believe that I have 5 of them done and that I'm happy with them. So you just start with that middle line, and then you add your curves that you drag your lines to. And each line gets curvier and curvier to the point where you're actually dragging that line to the middle of the design again, only on the outside of it. So you just keep doing that until you can't go any further. As you can see in this design, I did stop short of the bottom of the nail that will be over top of my actual nail when I have them on my hands. I'm also adding some shadowing to the middle of this design because it just makes it look so cool. This was one of the coolest designs I've ever created, but one of the hardest as well. I thought they turned out amazing. I'm super happy with them. Now we're on to the really fun part where we get to add all of our pieces and parts that we created in the beginning onto the top of our nail. So I added a little Swarovski crystal to start off, and then I started adding the bigger pieces and then to the smaller ones. I just used a glue gel and my flash cure light to get them into place, and then at the very end, I did do a full cure for them. So once I was done with those, I decided to add a few more iridescent Swarovskis just because I thought they looked beautiful. So there you have it. There's the finished design. I'm so happy with them. When I put these on my hand to take pictures, I was just feeling so good about it. Like, I would wear these nails. If I could wear these nails out, I totally would. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I hope that you enjoyed watching my video, and I'll see you next time.